How we going, everyone? Well, we just landed and arrived back home here, and the first thing I did is come here and scratch Cara. She loves a good scratch. Oh, you missed me, huh? 6 days away from my garden I've been. I had an amazing time in WA and I saw some crazy gardens, and we're going to go back there and do some filming as well, folks. But what I want to do now is have a look and see how my garden's been faring with me being away for 6 days and relying, well, I don't know, relying on the family, you reckon? I think they did a good job. Considering we had some hot days too, especially. Have a look at this tomato. Out of control. Look, they actually grow better without me here. Clusters of tomatoes everywhere. Look at this. Every flower group, we have got tomatoes. Down in here, tomatoes. I am excited. There was no tomatoes when I left. This is in 6 days. This is crazy. What do you do to my tomatoes, mate? Hey? Did you use some superfood? Did you put some black grit? You did nothing, did you? Literally did nothing, huh? Because it's all in there. Now, look, let's get serious. This is good. I'm excited. Oh my Lord, look at the zucchini. This was only a seedling when I put it in. In 6 days, this has gone nuts. Well, one thing I know is my family doesn't know how to tie tomato plants up. This is lying on the ground. I've got to sit this up now and clean it up. Another one on this side. Beetroot's taken off. It's sunken really down low here. I think I had sweet peas in here. They're gone. So the peas are gone completely, out of control. See you later, Jack. No more of those, but we've got our spring onions in there. Let's venture off. The big Moluccas. I just put these in before I left. They've doubled in size already. Look at that. It's nice and strong, and they've got to be tied up. So we've got some already coming on as far as tomatoes are, and these big Moluccas are the first two, and I've got another 100 or two to plant that are in a hothouse, and I'm too scared to go and check the hothouse because they're only seedlings, and I reckon they dehydrated a couple of times. Yes, I guarantee they did. He's got to have a look, eh? We'll go after. Come over here. Oh my. How does that happen? Oh my God, look at this bush. Now, I said I was going to let these ones grow out on their own accord, but look what happens when you don't prune a little bit. You get yellowing off, and that probably happens because somebody lets them dry out for too long sometimes. You know, it's also air circulation. You don't get enough airflow through the middle of them. They're going to get a little bit discolored like that. I'm not going to clean them all up now, but I'm going to prune some of this back and thin it out. This is way too thick. I don't care how rambling these become, but that's way too thick. And we've got our beans growing in here too. That's from the mulch. So we're going to clean all this up and start growing like proper tomatoes. That's what it is. A couple of more plants there. I think these are Adelaide tomatoes, or Rouge de Marmande. We've got a sweet corn. They're doing mighty well. They've got 1, 2. Yeah, they are sweet corn. I almost thought they were bloody rice. And another plant there, I can't remember. That's a zucchini. That has to be a zucchini. Yep. I almost confused them with pumpkins. I did drop in some seeds of pumpkins before I left. Let's go and have a look at that. Before we talk about the pumpkins, I remember spraying CGWS. They don't look too good. These are the ones that are really sick, these tomatoes, and they are looking terrible. Remember I told you about that? They've got new growth on them, but they've got curl on them. They're burnt on the top. The spray hasn't worked, so probably don't spray your tomatoes if they're not looking healthy, because they're already, you know, under stress and pressure because of the plant being, you know, diseased and infected, because I got hit by the frost. We had some frost in September, folks, so, and it's not as moist as it should be. Hey, you've been watering, have you? Everything's bolted, folks. We've got stuff growing everywhere. You've harvested some silver beet. Somebody came out and harvested. Tomatoes growing, lettuces are formed. This is a bed that's always dry, so is it still dry? No, it's moist. There you are. There's plenty of moisture there. So there is moisture there, but those tomatoes over there, come. I'm freaking out. I've got to clean this place up. I've got to do some serious pruning here. So all the leeks are going to be coming out. They're going to seed. I'm going to keep 1 or 2. These tomatoes are from last year's crop, and I dare say these, because we had some Adele tomatoes growing in there and cherry tomatoes here, so they look like they've taken off. Look, I put a solar panel in there and that tomato's jumped out of the ground. Have a look at it. I dare say, and even the capsicums, they had no leaves when I left. That's 6 days ago. 6 days ago they had no leaves, and now it's full of leaves. So the solar panel has to work. I mean, that's the grow stick, folks. That's what I'm talking about. the grow bud. And this is a bed we prepared. You know, we top dressed, that was dehydrated and nothing was growing. And I had a pumpkin that had rotted out and I took some seeds and just threw them in here before I left 6 days ago. 3 plants, 1, 2, 3 seeds in here have gone nuts. Now I've got to plant all this out. So we had some humidity here apparently, guys, and there's been moisture and rain. See the old plants, I've cut them to the ground, left them in there. Look how moist that is. That is super, super moist. Oh yeah, that's coming along. Yep, worms are coming out. Oh, look at that, worms. Leave it alone, and they're everywhere. Look, this is a bed that was completely dehydrated. We couldn't get water into it. We tickled it over. We added some of our compost and planting mix and sticks and straw, and full of worms now. This is ready to plant. And it's bloody warm too, folks. Super hot, so it's composting really well. So I'm going to plant all this out. But what I'm going to do is come back here tomorrow, get a good night's rest. Because you know the biggest problem I had in WA? I was getting up at 2:30 every morning. Because my time clock is 3 hours difference to Melbourne. So every morning I went to bed about 11:30, 12, and in 2.5 hours I was up again. I couldn't sleep. It was doing my bloody head in, and I had no garden to play with. That was the biggest concern I had. Well, not concern, frustration I had. So what I'm going to do here now is get a good night's rest. I'm going to prune everything down. There's so many plants that have just bolted. Obviously they're out of season. So I'm going to clean this entire place up, pull it down, strain up the tomatoes, put my cucumbers in, the rest of the spring summer plants that I need to get into the ground, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a feast when it comes to growing veggies here at this summertime, because I'm excited. I had some great weather in WA, and I'm sure many of you had some good weather too in the last few days. We're going to hit 30s next week, or what are we today? Thursday, Friday. We're going to be hitting 30 next week for the next 5-6 days, at least 33 degrees. So we've got to get our mulch, make sure it's activated properly and hydrated. The last thing we're going to have to look at now, folks, the hothouse, the big malaccas, the little malaccas and the Italian malaccas. Let's hope they haven't gone to Malacca land. Somebody just watered my seedlings before I got home, because I can see droplets of water here. Look, 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 look. There's water everywhere. Look, this one here suffered for a day or so. I can tell you how, because we got yellow in there, a little bit of yellow in there. So the energy was taken out of it because it's a little bit dry. And I'll show you how dry it is. All right? You think I don't know what I do here in the garden, folks, huh? And I think, look, it's dry. Dry. Somebody forgot to water these ones, huh? It's okay, because what we're going to do with these now is we're going to put them in larger pots because they're way too small now. So I'm going to take off all those leaves and pop them in nice and deep, get them to grow some bigger roots, and then we're going to get them ready to be in pot. What are you doing? You're not interested? Oh, the poor boy. Come on, you've done a great job. It was really good. Look, that's the eggplants, the grafted wild ones. They've all grown, they're all alive. All right, everything's fine, folks. I haven't really lost any plants, maybe a couple of leaves here and there. And the ones that were sick, ultimately we're going to go regardless. So I'm going to repot these tomorrow. I'm going to clean the entire garden bed. And we're going to get it ready for a big summer harvest. So sit back, relax, and watch my transformation of this veggie garden, because I'm excited. Check out our website, Vasili'sGarden.com. We've got great specials on running into springtime. No, running into Christmas time, I should say. And the $500 Christmas garden hamper is going to be drawn, I think it's the 15th of December, or 16th. It closes on the 15th, and it's going to be drawn on the 16th. So it's a $500 Christmas garden hamper. So all you've got to do is shop online, and you'll be in the draw for the running for a chance to win it. Vasili'sGarden.com is home. And so the puppies are excited.